I want to talk to Beth and Greg about mistakes that entrepreneurs make or businesses that want to access the sort of very flexible capital that you guys have. What are mistakes that they made in applying, and how can they avoid those mistakes? And I'll start with Beth.
Yeah, so I think, building off of what Jean was mentioning, oftentimes what happens is that it's too late. So that a business owner is looking, they look at, what they need to make payroll or to pay a major bill that's due in 48 hours or 72 hours, realize they need cash and they need it quickly, and they go online and find a very bad product, but that's going to get them cash very quickly. And when I say very bad product, I mean a loan that is siphoning money out of your account on a daily basis, or that is at a 30, 50, 100% APR or kind of interest rate. And so so I guess stepping back for a second, like as bank credit has tightened, as it's gotten a lot harder to access a loan from a bank because of essentially 15 years of bank consolidation and banks moving out of and away from local small businesses, what has stepped into the void is a very active fintech marketplace, some of which are great actors and some of which are not so great actors. And it has led to this decision from most business owners about kind of speed versus terms, or versus the right kind of capital for your business. And so a lot of times timing is big. The second thing I would say is preparation. So there are most lenders, if you're going to go to a community lender for a microloan or a loan against an asset, those lenders are going to look for a set of documentation. They're going to look for tax returns. They're going to look for a projection, kind of bank statements. They're going to look for projections of your cash flow. They're going to collect information about you and your personal assets, right? So they're going to collect information. A lot of times what slows down the process of getting access to a loan is actually not the lender, but the ability for the entrepreneur or the business to produce those documents so that the lender can make a decision on whether or not they're going to make a loan. And so I think that preparation is extremely important, and making sure that if you need help with that, you go to a SBDC or a local technical assistance center and say, I'm trying to get credit ready, and I'm trying to get my documents in place so that I can most easily access a loan and quickly. There are community lenders that can move very quickly if you are prepared and you have what they need to review. So I think those are some of the kind of common missteps. And then I would say, really understanding what kind of capital you need, right? There is a big difference between what Maya provides and what lenders provide. Right. Lenders are looking for cash flow and assets, right? That is what they care about. If you have cash flow, whether you're a huge business or a small business, whether you're a new business or an old business, they're looking for revenue, cash flow, or assets that they can lend against, whether that's a building or a car or a piece of equipment. And so that is what lenders really care about. And so if you have cash flow and assets, lending and loans are a great option because they're not owning a part of your business. You get to keep the ownership of your business. If you are looking for growth capital and capital to help you scale that's going after your potential or the addressable market, or something where you need to make investments before it's going to start paying off in revenue, that is where equity or equity-like products are more kind of reasonable and expected. And so really trying to understand what is your growth plan, what are your scaling needs, what does that mean to you, and what are your objectives, to understand whether you should be looking at equity or equity-like products versus looking at credit or loan products, so that you're kind of best prepared for those conversations.